+2, I think.
Yeah, I've added the +2.
And then I take another attack at it.
Mm-hmm. With only a d6 as your base damage.
It's 2d6, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the necrotic damage plus the normal d6. Yeah, so you one less die. So that's
So I heal 6 more.
that is 20 points of damage. Putting it at there. It is looking quite wounded as you carve into the form of this creature, and you can see as you keep attacking it, the sort of spurious growth that it has gone through. Some of it starts to retract and diminish a bit as its shape and size in general seem to fluctuate.
Can you click the link?
As you hack into the creature.
Can you click the link in DnD?
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm restrained, I can't move, so that's my turn.
That is your turn.
And since I'm restrained, I can't
check if
move,
it works.
so
At
that's my turn.
end of your turn.
Since I'm restrained, I can't move, so
At end of your turn.
Lovely.
The Kraken is going to use its lightning strike ability. I need Element to make a save throw, which I believe you have disadvantage on. But this is
Spell.
effectively a spell. Yes.
And it's also because I already get advantage from like danger sense.
Yeah. So it's a straight roll.
uh, oh, right.
Oh, it automatically rolls with disadvantage. So click advantage and then roll once more. It's because of the restraint condition. That's a 14. Here, that is a failure.
No.
That you suffer 26 points of lightning damage as it shoots a lightning bolt straight through you and impacts against the far side of the room. Then it is the Arboleth's turn. This one failed, but gets to do its turn. So it will swim its way over here and do as the best it can. Which probably isn't much, but it will try. Nope. Oh my god. Come on. There.
Didn't it hit 2?
Only one.
Oh.
That's miss. One miss. Oh, that's 2 hits. Yeah, the AC is different. There we go. As it hit twice. Then we have Lomros.
I don't know what the best option would be. I guess probably just peeks around the corner, shoots some bolts at him.
Puts a fancy Hunger of Hadar or something. But I guess the thing will just walk out of it.
He doesn't have any spell slots left.
I
He
think
has
he
some
could.
charges of the staff.
Yeah, I think he either, as far as I remember, he could use an action to gain 1 back, if he told me, or he had Cone of Cold left.
Mm-hmm. Cone of Cold. He wouldn't be able to do it without hitting an ally.
I'm gonna assume then he would probably just hit the Kraken 3 times with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, he'll pick around the corner and attack 3 times. Does any one of you want to roll that, or should I do it?
You can. Oh, by the way, can you click the link in the DnD channel to see if it works? If so, I managed to set it back up.
That hits.
Oh yeah, he's still poisoned.
That hits. And that misses. 1 hit, and then 2 hit. My god!
Wow.
Of course. This is what happens when I roll for a player.
You see that,
Uh,
Andy? He's just low rolling you.
Yeah, just griefing. And then at the end of his turn, just make a con save, and he's no longer poisoned.
At least he saves you from poison.
That ends. I assume Lobros hides a little bit more around a corner or something. And that ends Lomros's turn. But then it's these up. Moves up and goes for 3 tentacle attacks. Failure. For failure. My god.
He did it.
These have not been that great
He
of
did
allies,
it.
have they? It tries. It tries. Moves
Are you
away
like
there.
removing the link and spamming the link again the whole
Yes,
time?
the title wasn't correct, so I thought it was the wrong URL. But it's fine. It's fine. I think it works, so I will let it run in the background to see if it will keep on working or not.
Background. Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back. Uman has to roll D8, I think.
Oh, come on, not again. I want to do something.
Yeah, Uman has to
Saving
roll.
Ubin? Is that something?
Saving Private Umin.
A 5.
Come on, Lloyd. Oh, it's taking too long. He's reading something bad. It's gonna be bad.
You probably
Uh,
have to attack the Aboleth.
You can either move or attack of your choice. The other action you cannot do.
But so I can technically attack Bato, or I can move.
That's the sword. So you could attack the
Oh, yeah.
sword or you could move.
That's it.
But you control the movement or the attack. It's not random.
Can I bark at least?
Yes, Umin can bark if he wants to.
Bow, 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 bow.
Okay.
Does that work on the water? Or is it more like bloop 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 bloop?
It's probably
yeah.
just blue.
Yeah, you just see a bunch of bubbles coming up as well.
I forgot. Bow, 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 bow.
And then at the end of Woman's turn, the Kraken attacks the apple. And misses? I'm sorry, what?
It's okay, it's because you're attacking the Aboleth. You would be attacking any of us, it would be crit. We know it.
Yeah. Then it is Shadow's turn, as you're currently grappled and held by the Kraken.
Lovely. Did my panache even do anything?
It had disadvantage when it attacked Elemenor, yes.
Yes, but he still hit.
Yeah.
Do I still have a potion?
Yeah, you can drink a potion if you have one.
Well, I have 5 hit points left, so it's maybe time. Oh, yeah,
You do have a potion of greater healing that would heal you for 4d6 plus 4.
Yes. 46.
4d6
Ah. I
plus
was
4.
like 46. I'll take it. Okay, 46. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Okay.
D6.
That case. 4 6-sided dice. Okay, so you heal 20 hit points, putting you at 51 wounds.
Yeah. How do I delete that? Oh, you deleted
I
it.
fixed it.
Okay. I guess I'll struggle free.
You can still attack the tentacle if you want to. Like the tentacle is still available.
Sure.
It's grappling hold of you. You can hack at it if you want to.
So I can sneak attack because Erikbar is next to it and Omen is next to it. And Giant.
You have disadvantage on your attack rolls, so that would make it so that you can't sneak attack. But you do have an ability called Steady Aim.
Which she can't use because she just drank a potion.
Oh, yeah, because it's a bonus action, right?
I've
Yeah,
never
so
even heard of Steady Aim.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
that's the one that gives you advantage. So your attack will have disadvantage but can't sneak attack, but your rapier does not have disadvantage when it attacks, so it can sneak attack.
Good. Go rapier.
Yeah, so you can move the rapier.
Am I on it?
Yeah.
If I click
Then
on a
you-
rapier, everything disappears. So the rapier doesn't have eyes.
Oof.
It's supposed to have 120 feet dark vision. But yeah.
dum.
So you move the rapier up, and it can attack it.
Oops.
Oh god.
Wait. What
Yeah,
happened?
because that's your normal attack then, and then click once more with click the advantage button, and then roll once more. Because you have 2 attacks.
There was a 20 in there.
Yeah. In that case, you hit with both of them. So you hit with your normal attack and also with your rapier. So you can roll damage for both. You can also add sneak attack.
I'll take it.
34 points of damage to it. And 11 points of damage to it. But the 34 is exactly enough to kill it. As your rapier flies through the water and moves upwards towards the Kraken and starts stabbing into it, you can see as the form just sort of quakes as the tentacles release their grip on everyone they have grappled. As it slowly sort of drifts down to the bottom of the temple and shivers. Part of its skin ruptures as it starts to deform and fall apart.
What is Bunny doing?
You start for a moment to breathe a sigh of relief, but you see that large tentacle that fell out from the head of the Kraken that grabbed hold of Arakbar. It releases Arakbar and swings back, still moving, attached to this small little black blob that rests within the skull of this giant, of this Kraken. As it whirls and changes and pulses, the tentacle wraps around to form this large mouth as it starts to shudder and move. What do all of you want to do?
I attack it.
You attack it.
Well, I'm very hatred still.
Oh, right. It definitely looks hostile.
Uh-huh.
Do I even see this? Or hear it? Or anything?
Yeah.
Ah.
You can see this as we just continue the combat order. You see this strange sort of horrible abomination that's just bloated and filled with various mouths and has used this tentacle to sort of wrap around to create one central large mouth that is made out of all of these smaller ones. That just somehow moves out of the carcass of the Kraken. You have your movement still now, Shadow, because the Kraken is dead. It's no longer grappling you.
Well, the thing is probably blocking the door now, right?
Yeah, it's sort of rising up out from the corpse.
So I guess I'll stay
Kraken.
on this side.
Okay, yeah, you can stay there. Droop will, well, does he have anything left? He does. He will cast Blinding Smite on you, Eleanor.
Yes.
Then he will take the disengage action and get the hell out of dodge. As he just runs away. Then it is Arakbar's turn. What do you want to do?
Do we really need to kill Diabolev?
No,
But
not that.
attacking the vessel of growth. The
giant
Aboleth.
V. giant V.
It does not appear the aboleths are directly hostile to you at present. They seem more concerned about the strange abomination that just emerged out from the carcass of the Kraken.
But maybe it's friendly.
It was inside of another creature.
Maybe it is. It's a strange blob of darkened flesh that's sort of singed and like corrupted, with these tentacles that sprawl out of it and loads of mouths that give off this horrible sound constantly as they cackle.
Lovely.
Have I ever seen anything like this?
Make a Arcana check. Anyone can make an Arcana check to see if they know what on earth this is.
Oh wow.
Angry me, not smart.
You've seen a creature similar to this before. They're known as gibbering mouthers. They're a type of strange sort of far realm creature. It's like a blob collection of loads of different smaller creatures that gather up into a large one. And it usually has the reason it's called a gibbering mouther is because when you're around it, your mind gets corrupted due to it, the way it constantly talks in incoherent speech. They're generally quite slow and smaller. They're not this big, and this one seems to be slightly different in the way it's shaped and that way, but it has the same general characteristics of a gibbering mouther. So,
So first I will move over there.
okay.
And then
I
it
will
slapped you.
Well, hey, I
You're
was not.
still within its reach, so no attack of opportunity. So yeah,
Who's
you move over there. You're still within its reach. It doesn't make an attack of opportunity. If you move out of its reach, it will attack you.
What reach does it have?
It has 20 feet.
I thought
It
it has
has these
mouths, not
long,
feet.
slick tentacles.
I will take the disengage action, sir.
You don't have disadvantage from attacking from range while within its like melee range. As long as you're not within 5 feet of it, you don't have disadvantage.
Yes, but I know, but I want to be away. I don't know how it's gonna hit, and I'm kind of not
Okay.
in the best shape anymore.
So you take the disengage action and run away. You still have some more movement if you want to move a little bit further. You have like 1, 2, 3,
I'm
4,
hiding
5.
behind the habolet.
Yeah, that's all of your movement.
Wait a sec. Thinking. Uh,
You still have a bonus action if you want to use any with your bonus action.
I have a potion. I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
I have one of
Uh,
greater healing.
That is 4d6 plus 4, the same that Shadow used.
I put it at 0 in my inventory to be sure that. So 4d6.
Okay, so you heal 25 hit points, putting you at 42 wounds.
Okay, and that ends my turn.
And then we have Elemenor.
I'm still grappled and restrained.
The tentacle that was grappling hold of you just falls apart.
Thank you.
There we go. Because there is no longer a Kraken here, as it has been vanquished.
Oop. Yeah.
That definitely hits.
Eh.
That is quite a sizable chunk.
That's 11 healing, I think.
As you just rush up to it and start carving into the form with your Blade of Hatred.
Eh.
That just misses. Just barely. It is surprisingly thick in its hide. It isn't quite agile, so it doesn't appear to be evading you, per se.
Can you remove my Crank Weapon Master?
Oh, you want to turn that off? Okay.
Well, yeah, it's really hard to turn it off for myself.
Yeah.
And I can't use it for bonus detection. There. There. Aha!
That just hits. Just barely.
Another 3 points of healing.
Mm-hmm. This
Eh.
creature appeared to be taking a beating. It's not as tough as the Kraken itself, but it's still standing strong.
Eh. And another 3 points.
Yeah, and that would be 3, 3, 6.
If you didn't, it would probably be +4
It's-
damage.
Right. It goes to this. There we go. I think I've added the correct amount of damage. So
Okay. That's my turn.
it's 2 attacks hit, so that's +4. And then you have hatred, rage, and +2 extra, so that's 12.
I keep forgetting I can add 1d6 to one of my attacks
Six,
as well
eight.
from the giant, but whatever. It's
Oh.
already done.
Yeah, you can roll it as well. For the one you use. Since it's still technically your turn.
Woo!
1 point of damage. One more.
It's my turn then.
That ends your turn. As this aboleth here is quite confused. Quite wounded as well. Okay. It's going to bravely stand and fight. Swinging out 3 times with its tentacles.
Look at him go.
And then it's going to swing back here. That ends its turn. Then it is Lomros. And Lomros is going to step around the corner and fire off. Oh, you had your blinding smite as well.
Oh yeah. It's,
You can
it-
roll that
which is a 1d6?
3d8. And
Oh
it has
god.
to make a constitution saving throw. Sorry, I forgot about that. Con save.
It's blind.
That is a failure. It is blind. Oh, right. Sorry, I should have remembered this. You hit it 3 times, correct?
Yeah.
You need to make 3 charisma saving throws.
Oh. Do you consider this a spell or not? That's my question
This
again.
is not a spell. This is not a
Okay.
spell.
1, 2, 3.
Eventually there will be a spell, no?
Okay. Nothing appears to happen.
Okay. I rolled the d8 as well, in case.
Okay, so that and then I technically also need to roll this for. Okay.
He's consistent.
Nothing appears to happen to the aboleth either. Then it is Lombros gets to fire off with 3 Eldritch Blasts.
At advantage because it's blind?
Yes, it should be advantage because it can't see. It doesn't have blind sight. No, it does not have blind sight. 2 hits. Almost double ones. That's 3 hits. Uh, and with that, before it even gets to do anything, as it tries to create its form out and ride its way out from the Kraken, it is struck down and explodes in a cloud of goo that flies out to anyone near it from the bridge blasts. And the long, sort of winding tentacle that wrapped its way around in a circle to create like a massive mouth, it sort of flops down, and parts of its flesh start to dissolve. And with that, there is no more movement from the carcass, the Kraken. As
Nothing?
the
Nope.
as the aboleths sort of move a little bit away, just sort of eyeing whatever is happening. Actually, depends on what happens to you. You still with hatred in your eyes. What do you do?
It's the aboleth. I think the aboleth is closer than the
It
omen, right?
technically is. That was where it was positioned.
Oh, poor aboleth.
Uh-oh.
uh. Whee! Oh no.
That hits. Roll damage.
Wow.
It's technically still alive.
With the +2?
Yeah, with the +2, it has 1 HP left. A single point left.
For
As you
roleplay
rush-
purposes, should I continue attack?
Well,
I
it's up to you.
I assume he's gonna start to defend himself at the point in time, no?
Immediately as you move up to and you strike down at the aboleth, everyone can hear the voice of one of the aboleths speak in your mind. We had an accord. Been betrayed. You can continue to attack if you want to, Elmonor.
Can we think back as, yeah, there's an issue with that one. Yeah. Try to smack him, but not too hard.
Did you want to do more attacks on the turn that you attacked, Elmonor? If not, then the aboleths would try to respond. It's up
I
to
think
you.
It's very hard. I assume I'll be satisfied with attacking once.
Okay.
So
In that
you're not
case.
full of hatred. It's a tiny bit of hatred.
Well, if Lloyd wants me to be evil, he would have wrote in, you have to use all your attacks when you are under the effect of hatred.
You don't have to use all. The aboleth that was just wounded, it is definitely going to swim away. It's going to take the disengage action and bolt away over here. That one is running away.
Oh, can I try my pounds? Trying all my
Uh,
abilities that I've never tried before.
The other aboleth, it speaks again to you. How do you stop him?
Actually, do we even know? It's been purely accidental each time, right?
Oh wait, I heal 1 hit point. I forgot.
Yeah.
I say to the aboleth that usually I just run away and wait for it to pass.
I think the last time I
Okay.
smacked him. I think. Right?
Out of character, the only time I've been actually stopped is by myself or by Lombros turning me into a fish.
Okay. I'll just have to make a roll for the aboleth. Well, it's going to try this regardless. I need you, Elemental, to roll a Wisdom saving throw. This is not a spell. Okay. You are now considered charmed by the aboleth.
Hey.
Does that
Yippee!
end your condition then? I believe so.
Da, 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 da.
Actually, no, because you're not
Nope.
paralyzed then. No,
It's
you're,
not
you're
stunned, petrified, unconscious, or paralyzed.
But the aboleth is now technically in control of you. But
Wait,
do you
stunned?
even
How
follow
do you stun
commands?
someone?
Actually, that's an interesting point. You can feel as if there is something within your mind telling you to do something, but you can just hear it faintly, and it doesn't appear to help. Because the aboleth has a doesn't. Nope, it's not strong enough. It tried to use its enslave ability. It's just frantically trying to communicate to you to stop. Lomros on his turn, he's going to get another spell with his rod. And you, Shadow, what did you want to do?
How do you stun someone even?
You would have to have a specific ability that allowed you to stun.
So not slap him on the head hard enough. Okay.
No, that's called knocking them unconscious.
I don't know.
If you hurt him badly enough, he will be unconscious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was more aiming for seeing stars, but
Yeah, you can do non-lethal damage if you want to, but it would need to exceed his maximum HP in wounds for him to be knocked unconscious.
I don't think you would get there if you tried hitting me with non-lethal damage.
yep. It's either very lethal or not lethal. Ha. And if we restrain him?
Then he wouldn't be able to attack, or well, he wouldn't be able to move. Yeah, he could still attack anyone that's near him, but
It's one step in the right direction.
depends on the way you want to restrain him.
Wait, I can pounce, right?
You can pounce.
I will pounce then.
Okay. That has a knockdown effect, if I recall correctly. Check the. It's feline grace that allows you to do this. Yeah, it's a knocked prone. You can knock him prone if you want to. He would still be able to stand up and then move afterwards and continue to attacking. So you wouldn't be restraining, but you would halt his movement.
By 5 feet.
Wow.
By half your movement.
Yeah, but I have leads. I can stand up with 5 feet.
Oh, right. Then it doesn't even matter.
Okay, then we'll just go for the restraining. I wish I had my 19 strain gloves now. See, Lloyd?
Well, okay, yeah.
Wait,
You
if
can
I
try to
ask
restrain.
Droop to help me, he has the gloves on now, right?
Yeah, he has the gloves.
Yeah,
He can help you. It's a slight. Well,
It's a
it's an
bit
athletics
away.
first. If you want to, the two of you can try to restrain him.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll shout over like, Droop, give me a hand.
So I would need you to make an athletics check, and then Droop has to make an athletics check. And well, actually, one of the two can make one. Droop has a
You have a +9.
plus. Why isn't it up? He has a +4 to
+9
athletics.
it is.
You have +9?
Yes. Beat this.
How?
Expertise.
Yeah, I guess.
I need make it.
No.
Oh,
No.
You try to grab hold of him, but he's slippery. Well, he isn't being
I'm big.
slippery. He's just pushing you away in
Oh,
pure
by
anger.
1 point.
And with that,
Hmm. Yep.
Elemenor, it's effectively your turn, as everyone else has done their move.
Am I considered charmed or not?
You're considered charmed, but the hatred effect is what takes precedent.
Okay.
The amulet tried to take control of you, but it
Nope.
didn't work.
Okay.
Still seeing
1, 2 for Droop, 3,
everything
4
around.
for Shadow. Yep.
Mhm.
I'll be dodging that. Whatever is coming.
That is a miss.
Oh, wow.
You actually dodged it.
Yay. I like that. Although I'm not that easy to hit actually anymore, luckily.
I don't like it when I'm being dodged.
That is a hit.
Now we're just doing the normal dodging.
If you had moved the sword, it would have been,
Oy.
I suppose. 27 points of damage, and you
Plus
half
2.
that. Yeah, 29. So you would get back 14. It was 2 overkill, so you would have 12 wounds. So puts you at 60.
Yay.
Do I still heal 5? Or
Anyway, you wanna
because I
help?
technically do the damage and she halves it, right?
Yeah.
You would heal half because the damage is dealt at half.
Okay, so 3.
2 because you
And
round down.
that he stops
Okay.
murdering everyone?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, that would be correct. Because the necrotic separately would.
I will try to restrain him.
Okay, go for it. Make an athletics check. Against athletics.
Ja, maar come on, Elemenor, help me a bit there.
Can't help it.
I don't know if you noticed I had 24 and he threw 25, so yeah. Come on. Seriously.
He's just way too strong.
Are you even trying?
Just pushes you away.
I'm the true end boss. Fight me.
Now, Lobros will point towards you and just say, "Stop it," and it casts polymorph on you.
Ah.
Which
That's
is
useful.
Actually, is polymorph the best option here?
in logic, polymorph is the
No.
only thing he knows that works.
Yeah, he only knows polymorph works. Like the other option he could have done is banishment, but yeah, he casts polymorphs. Polymorph. He could literally banish.
And then summon pea water and then let you come back.
Yeah. So in that case, you have to make a wisdom saving throw. You have advantage because it's a spell.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
I failed that.
And you turn into a tiny crab.
Oh, that's cute.
As suddenly the large form of Elemenor just shrinks down into a tiny crab that just floats down and falls. Falls on the
I'll catch it. I'll
on
show
the
it to the
silt
aboleths
ground.
and say, "See? Is it still charmed now? Since
I'm
it
charmed now.
moved it?
Yes.
Charmed Krabby.
Yes. You're still considered charmed.
Ay. Definitely give some flavor.
Okay, yeah. You're still considered charmed.
Yeah, I know. Just
So
what does the charmed crab do?
the charmed crab. Well, the crab would furiously be trying to pincer people with with their claw, but that's about it. It's
I'll-
just a nuisance.
I'll let it go
You just
then.
you just hold it at arm's length as it
Oh,
tries
that.
to
Yeah.
pincer you with its claw.
No.
And the the aboleth is just eyeing this very curiously as it's occurring. Not quite sure how to react to the change of circumstances.
Everything normal here, nothing to worry about.
The very, very wounded aboleth swims outside. And this one just stands there in the doorway. And unless anyone wants to do something with a very, very aggressive crab, time passes. The crab just persists. Like it lasts for an hour.
Wait,
I'm a crab.
doesn't the charm end when he takes damage?
The charm of the aboleth ends if I take damage.
It doesn't end. You get to re-roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Make the saving throw again.
Yeah, but mine stopped when I received damage, right?
Because you
You
rolled.
made the save afterwards. So it's
Oh.
not an automatic success. Actually, have to succeed. But yeah, the crab eventually stops being aggressive. And I suppose, what do you do as a crab?
Well, I'm a crab.
I'll ask, are you good? Click once with the pincers if it's yes, twice if it's no.
Guess I'll click many times I can. My crab hands.
So it's not one or two. Mm.
I'm a crab. I'm not smart.
Right. I'll hand the crab to Eleanor, or to Lomros.
Mhm. Lomros wouldn't really know what to do with the crab.
Does he still have the jar that Octopussy was in?
Yeah, you should be able. You should still have it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just puts it in the jar because Octopussy is still floating about, I assume.
I resist the jar.
It just pops you down in the jar.
I don't get to roll athletics to avoid the jar. I
Uh,
avoided that jar. I avoided that jar.
you you pincer Lovros's hand, and you just like lets you go, and you fall down and starts scurry about on the ground.
Yes, flee. Flee.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah,
Run
so
away.
you scurry about. Is there anything anywhere in particular you want to go, or just run away?
I'll run to the hall.
Okay, you run over to the hole and just stand there. Or do you want to jump in?
I'll eye the hall.
Okay. You can't see particularly far or deep into it. It's quite a deep hole.
Is there anything left of remains or something?
There is remains of the Kraken, but it seems like a fair bit of the interior of the Kraken was part of this strange sort of creature that grew out of it. So, like, a fair bit of the interior is just gone because it's in that blob that sort of blew up as it got detonated by eldritch blasts. But the outer portion of the Kraken still remains in some capacity. Like there's still tentacles from it, for instance.
sure. You think Salt Mart is in the market for a large batch of sushi?
Crab noises in the distance.
Probably not. They have enough fish.
Just BRB 1 minute.
I guess I'll go pee quickly as well then. Be right back.
Deal.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, the crab eyes down the pit that is here, and you look at if there's anything remaining of the Kraken. Anything else you wish to do?
Anything interesting to pick up?
Yeah, I will
You
go
you
around
you
the
can have
room.
have the search of the place or the Kraken if you want to.
Yep.
Make an investigation check.
Crab noises.
Mm.
Omph.
Having a search around, there is nothing of valuables left in the temple floor itself. It appears whenever this ended up underneath the sea, the all valuables have eventually been removed over the course of time. It's just filled with debris. That goes for all of the rooms that you can find here. Even eyeing around the pit itself, you see that there doesn't appear to be any valuables here up here, or even deep down into the pit, although you can't see quite the bottom of it unless you swim down. There are still some there are still some sort of outlines of sigils that line the pit itself, but their light has faded at this point, and it doesn't appear to be much of value even there, as it's just engraved to the stone itself. But having a search around on the Kraken itself, you don't find any possessions it might have had. It didn't look like it carried much possessions with it, so to speak. But you do, as you search a little bit around, you do find something that appeared to have been blown out from this strange sort of blob creature that grew out from the Kraken. It lies a little bit away from the carcass itself, as it appears to have flown out from the explosion of the Eldritch Blast. It's this strange sort of, almost like a snail's shell. Like there's something that sort of curls in a spiral inwards. But as you touch it, it has it has sort of like a fleshy but slightly hardened texture to it. It isn't like a shell of any kind. It appears organic in a way.
Wait, does this fit into the altar that we saw?
Which altar?
The one on Skull Island? No, not Skull Island.
It looked like it could resemble it. It looked like it could have fit there, yes.
But it's a living thing.
You're not sure. Whether it's living or not is difficult to ascertain, but it appears organic in nature rather than being hardened in a way like a shell would, or like an object being made of a metal. This this appears more organic in its nature.
Well, I guess I'll, if we don't get the crab in a jar, we'll put this in a jar to preserve it until we know what it is. Yes.
Okay. You put it down into a jar. Yeah, you will be able to fit it in. It isn't that large. And you're even just touching it, it doesn't appear to be like sticky or anything like you would expect from the goo that exploded out from this creature. But you pick it up. And you can add it to inventory, whatever you want to call it. Strange snail-like object or something. Snail shell-like object. I don't know
call
what the
him
best
Bloopy.
descriptor. I don't know what the best descriptor of it. That is about the only thing you find here, as there doesn't appear to be any valuables within this place. And even if you end up swimming a little bit down into the pit itself, you would find that it is considerably deep, maybe about 200 odd feet or so deep. But even at the bottom of it, you don't find any valuables there, no material possessions or anything that the Kraken had. You imagine that the Kraken, as it is rather young, it hasn't gathered up any semblance of a horde, as it's been living here, essentially, being grown.
Crab will move over to the aboleth and try to poke it.
As you go up to poke it, you just stop poking it.
Oh.
It's the applet that has been curiously eyeing you as you search the premises. It speaks in your mind. The deed appears to be done. We have aided you as best as we could in this fight. Now we would ask, where is this brethren of ours that you saw? No, you didn't say you fought it. You saw they were dead, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Where you had seen their dead brethren.
I point toward wherever we came from in a general direction and say, there's about a tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, you might find the corpse. Is there anything else for us here? Because I guess we could show him, because we have to go back anyways.
It sort of eyes you to determine your the truthfulness of what you're saying. In that case, we'll head over and see and retrieve our brethren, and then take our leave. I trust you won't speak of our appearance here. Would be best for all involved.
say that we killed some tentacly big thing. Vague enough, right?
Good. Your kind is interesting.
No, thank you. Your kind is also interesting.
As it wiggles and swims out, and then heads in that general direction that you pointed towards.
Crab just waves at the aboleth.
What the hell is Mila
Do you want to
barking at?
stay here for a moment, or do you want to head elsewhere?
Well, is there anything else? Wait, there were 2 buildings, right?
This is it consists of a tower and a temple structure itself. So it's one building, but 2 sort of substructures to it.
Yeah, but we only
So
visited
this is the
one.
only thing that's here.
Ah. So it's not like we have to go see the tower if we're in the temple or the other way around.
We came through the tower into the temple, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It appears you have found whatever foul machinations that was involved with the cult here. You don't see anything immediately obvious outside of this structure. Even having a search around the perimeter near the structure, you don't find anything else. Well, I say you don't find anything else. You find part of like the top section of the tower that fell, and you find like a couple of shipwrecks here and there of ships that have been stranded, but nothing of value. Like this, just general things about this region. Um, um, uh, yeah. I suppose I'll allow you to make a nature check if you want to determine something about the general environment. If you want to take a little bit of time to explore.
Well, since Shadow doesn't have the affinity to being in water, I would say no.
Okay.
I look down at the crab.
I'll wave.
So it looks like he isn't gonna go all touristy either. So did we now finish like the whole cult?
There was one guy that you let go.
So did they think this was the chained one?
You're not quite certain. You don't actually know what they were thinking. You would know this though, that the chained one is, they revere the actual god, the chained one. It would be extremely unlikely for them to think that this Kraken was the chained one. In general, there are legends about Darius-Dun, and that Darius-Dun isn't on the prime material plane. So you don't think they were revering this as Darius-Dun, but it was just somehow part of something with the cult. It's up to you to ponder about the ramifications of it. With what little information you have available, of course.
Okay then. I'll start swimming back. Grabbing the little crabby, because I don't think crabs can swim quite fast.
Yeah, you can pick up the crab.
Are you sure? How small would I?
You're tiny size.
Aha! I have 20 feet swim speed.
Wow. Okay, that's still quite.
It's
fast.
really slow compared to you guys with the fucking cloak, but
Okay, yeah, so you can swim.
Aha!
So you can take your leave. Do you head back through the tunnel?
Yes, is there another way?
Yeah, like you're currently out in the open sea, effectively. So you could swim to the surface and then swim to the nearest land from here and get back into town that way. Or you could head through the tunnel if you don't want to travel.
Well, maybe via the beach then. Less suspicious than us coming out of